I gave birth to a premature baby this year, June, and I had not reached my delivery term. I gave birth when I was at 32 weeks. At first, giving birth, as a first-time mom, is scaring because you don't know what to expect. You don't know what will happen to you, what will happen to your baby, because you usually know that, okay, personally, I did not know someone could give birth before time. I actually knew through my own experience. And I can say I went through a lot of mixed reactions because at first I was feeling scared. Then again, I wanted to see my child. And then I thought actually I would stay in the hospital for maybe 2 or 4 days. Then I get my baby, we go. But the doctor told me I gave birth to underweight baby, so I had to wait for my child to reach a particular weight that was required by the hospital for us to be discharged. It was tough being in that situation with a seizure wound which was not yet healed, and you were expected to go after every 3 hours to go see the baby in the nursery, give him or her milk, and change his or her pampers, and there was no one who could guide you. It is all in you. It's just you and your child, you being the support system for your child, you being your own support system so that you can tackle the whole problem. It was difficult. Some of the reasons mothers give birth before time is due to stress. A lot of stress can affect you and the baby, and that's why the baby can come earlier. Also infections. There are certain infections a woman can get during pregnancy, like UTIs. There are those ones that affect the cervix. And also the main reason is high blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure, it's best you deal with it immediately instead of waiting. It can bring you problems, and it can bring problems to your baby. It affected me psychologically. I found it being traumatic. It's a traumatic event according to what I went through, because you'd find there are people who would tell you, how could you give birth to a small baby? How could you give birth to a baby weighing so low like that, like a normal blue band tin? You see, it was so painful hearing somebody comparing your child to a mere blue band tin, but it's the reality. The weight is the same. But then again, when you go back to the nursery, you see other mothers with babies who are 600 grams, 900 grams. You tell yourself, at least we are going somewhere with the baby. Health-wise, I had not yet healed when it came to Caesar. So I had to take care of my own Caesar and the baby. It was a bit challenging and painful because of cold, the walking, standing up for long. I did face stigmatization because I remember someone told me that giving birth to a baby before time is a curse. How can you give birth to a baby before time? Are you normal? Have you ever heard it somewhere? So when somebody tells you that and you're just there waiting for encouragement, it makes you feel sad, and it makes you feel more worse about the whole situation. But seeing your baby, it comforts you. The instructions for taking care of a premature baby are slightly similar to taking care of a newborn baby, a normal child. It's just that a premature baby, there is something called kangaroo, where your baby and you just hold each other. You put your baby on your chest and you give him or her your warmth for them to be able to grow properly, to be able to feel the motherly love, you see. And also, yes, it's just that there's a particular weight the baby has to reach so that he or she can start breastfeeding directly from the mother's breast. But before that, you give your baby milk through a tube and a syringe, a feeding tube and a syringe. The feeding tube, for those who don't know, it is usually placed through the mouth, which goes directly to the baby's stomach, or through the nose, and it's taken directly to the baby's stomach. I personally believe it's good that there's a day like that one, like the premature day. At least it brings awareness about premature babies, and it shows how far some children come, and it shows the struggles some mothers go through after birth. The advice I would give young ladies, especially the ones who have never given birth before, is the moment you find out you're pregnant, go to the doctor. Don't sit down and start calculating for yourself. I know these kits are sold at a cheaper price out there, but the moment you just know you're pregnant, just go to hospital. Start your clinics immediately, go for ultrasounds. And at times during pregnancy, you'll experience certain pains, certain abnormalities in your body. Always ask the doctor. If it's possible, take the doctor's number. And also, for those mothers who right now are in the nursery with their babies, who are undergoing the premature birth, the one for taking care of your baby in the nursery, I would tell you to keep moving, keep pushing. If I did it, you can do it. It's hard. At times you will fall down and feel like you can't move on tomorrow, but keep praying. Your baby will be okay despite everything that is happening to you.